Ain't nothing peculiar about the way that I was raised, and my heart is on the way.
Hi everybody. I hope everyone had a great Christmas and will have a great New Year's. I am headed home from work, but first I had to stop at the Walmarts to get some of the clearance chocolates. And so I remember too that I needed to do the breakdown of part 3, the last part of the whole me having the conversation with the fisherman. And I guess a lot of people, you know, which is cool, but like a lot of people didn't realize that, you know, like a couple months ago I had spoke with them and uploaded the 3 parts, and now we're just doing the breakdown of those the interview that we had together. So if you want to watch it without, I guess, like my commentary or, you know, breaking it down or, you know, having my thoughts and pausing and things like that, I'll get the links, and I should have probably did this to begin with, but I didn't really think about it, and I'm sorry. But I'll get the links and I'll put them in the description, and I'll put part 1, 2, and 3. So if you want to go back and just watch it straight through or listen to it straight through, you can. And then if you want to come back and listen to the breakdown and see if maybe like anything that you thought or, you know, didn't know or whatever, if any of your feelings have changed or anything, you know, you can let me know. So we'll get started. Alright, so this one's gonna go with the fisherman. So, and I got a friend that well, we don't like dash together, but she dashes and I dash, and we go back and forth talking all night and stuff. We become really good friends, and she's actually from North Carolina, around Charleston, and I had her listen to JJ's accent. Okay, maybe I won't cut this out, just and the reason why I had her listen to the accent was because I wanted to know if that was a common, and I even asked the fisherman that too, if that was a common accent around that area. And because to me it sounded Creole, so I didn't know if he was like from somewhere else and then moved there, or if he was from there and that was a common accent. And you know, because, and the reason why I was wondering, well, it was actually a couple of reasons, but and I've talked about it in earlier videos, so I'm still trying to figure this out. So I don't want to put anything out there right now. I mean, as everybody knows, I had questions, you know, I've thought the same way most of y'all have thought and things, you know, and since talking with him and getting more understanding of the facts of what happened that day and his side, and, you know, not just cutting stuff, because the only thing I cut out from the interview was personal information, like if there was names dropped or anything like that, because I'm gonna protect people, you know, I mean, so that was the only thing I did edit out. Everything else is raw. So so how you heard us talking, that's what it was. So I mean, I didn't edit anything any kind of way, or it was just straight through. I just had to split it up because I mean, we talked for a while, and so just like, you know, these breakdowns and stuff, I have to split them up because, you know, the interviews itself were, I think each part was probably about 30 minutes, give or take. So me and him talked for probably close to 2 hours. I mean, I could be exaggerating a little bit, but I mean, we did talk for a long time, and we even went back and forth on messages, and I showed the screenshots of those, and like I said, the only thing I did was redact names, because I don't want to put his family in harm's way. I don't want to put anyone in harm's way, because that's not what we want. We want the truth, and we want justice, accent, and asked her if that was, because I told her about what he said, because I did ask him about his accent, if that was like something that was common in his area, or if that was something that like maybe he was from somewhere else and moved there and just has that accent. So because to me it kind of, some of the interviews, it kind of sounds a little Creole, I guess depending on the interview and the mics and stuff. But and I did ask JJ about it, and he did say that was that. He said that's that Robeson County accent. I'm sorry, I get a kick out of the accents, y'all. But listen,
I swear when you said Robeson County, North Carolina, is what popped in my head, but I didn't know you were doing anything with North Carolina. But yes, that is definitely a North Carolina accent. And let me tell you, girl, some of them have such strong accents you can't even understand what they're saying.
Okay, so where does this come into play at? You wonder? Some may wonder. Others will know. But that 911 call, in which in part 3, which I'm going to try and put this one with part 3, but part 3 is going to be like an hour long, y'all. So, and that's why I had to break this down to different parts, because I mean, we talked for a long time, and the only thing I'm editing out or anything is like personal information or stuff that is information for the FBI. So, and I think that information is more important getting to the FBI, the Department of Justice, and stuff like that, than it is putting it in the video and risking the case. You know what I mean? So, which I know y'all would understand that and respect that. So we're all good. This film from last night when I was working while I was in bed. Alright, so we should... Dang, bumps. I only got my mount to stay on. Copyright, no copyright. We'll have to edit it out. Alright, so here we go, y'all.
I swear when you said Robeson County, North Carolina, is what popped in my head, but I didn't know you were doing anything with North Carolina. But yes, that is definitely a North Carolina accent. And let me tell you, girl, some of them have such strong accents you can't even understand what they're saying. There's a part close to where I lived, around Emerald Isle, that they literally, when they talk, they sound like pirates. They sound like they just jumped off of a boat. I'm not laughing, making in fun of them, but I'm telling you, they do. They sound like, "Arr, mate." I'm telling you, they sound just like a pirate.
And she told me I could use these in my video. I told her, I wouldn't put her on blast or anything.
Not mistaken, Robeson County is around Fayetteville, Pembroke area. So yeah, they have a little bit of a different language or accent.
Alright, and then I'm gonna go to the stuff we typed about, because whenever I get home, because me and her do this like all night long while we're working, doing the voice messages, and then whenever I get home and get into bed and stuff, then we start typing, so that way we don't wake hubby up. Let me get part. So the things that we typed last night, which I'll add this so y'all can read it too, but it says, Lumberton is a very bad and dangerous area, girl. I'm not even joking. You don't mess around with Lumberton, which we know that. And because she doesn't know much about the case or anything, but I was telling her how Mica was gang stalked stalked, and then she was like, yeah, there's places there that the cops won't even go. And I said, yeah, I did a video on the corruption there, and I sent that to her, so if she wanted to watch it. And then she said, my son's wife, my daughter-in-law, she has a lot of family from that area. And it says, oh yeah, and if you're female and intentionally passed away there, it'll be ruled as an intentional passing away, if you follow me. So, which I wonder, you know what, I'm gonna ask her tonight if her daughter,
I went and tried to find him.
right, yeah.
But I'm just...
Alright, now, these are the messages that I was telling y'all about that me and him had before we had spoke on the phone. So, we just kind of chit-chat a little bit on Messenger, just trying to, because I was really trying to get the interview for CJ, and I was trying to see if he would meet up with CJ when CJ went to Lumberton, and he says, you know, I don't know, I mean, and I understand, because, I mean, like, he don't know us like that, you know, and he don't know who's trying to get him or trying to set him up or whatever. So, and I let CJ know, and so he was cool with it, with me, you know, talking to him, because he was like, well, you know, we can talk on the phone, and, you know, we can have a conversation and stuff, and CJ was cool with it. So, and, you know, CJ said, just like I said, you know, we just want the truth. So, but yeah, I really wish I could have gotten to meet up with CJ, because CJ was wanting to, like, go around with him and kind of, I don't know if you'd say, like, explore, I guess, but kind of go through, like, the motions of the day, you know, kind of, I guess, get like, through his eyes, try and see, you know, what he saw. I guess that's the only way to really put it. I don't know. But yeah, these are the messages.
It's not that person no more.
Right.
Kill him with kindness. But yeah.
Alright, now I did let him know that there's two Charleses. So there's his Charles, and then there's the Charles Randall. So, and a lot of people were getting Charleses mixed up. So I had asked him if he could confirm, you know, just the last initial, because like I said, there's two of them, and both last names are different, but there's two Charleses. And I told him, you know, if you don't feel comfortable with anything I ask you, you don't have to answer them or whatever. You know, I didn't want anything to be forced, you know. So, and I did ask him, I said, there is two Charleses, and people get confused on which Charles is your friend. If you don't have to tell me the last name, but if you're okay with just the first letter of his last name, so that way, you know, we could say, okay, JP's is Charles Randall, and then the Fisherman is, you know, a completely different Charles, not the same one.
Like I say, Veronica, if it happened to me all over again, like I said, I've never been involved in a mess like this. I've never been involved with it.
Alright, let's see. Alright, don't want Charles involved in this because he wasn't. And I understand, because you just verify it's not Charles Randall. And he says, the only thing he done that day was called to see if I was catching any fish, but the call was dropped. It's not. Okay, that clarifies that then, as in it's not Charles Randall. So, do you know the maintenance guy at the park that lives on Princess Anne? Yes, I do, but I'm not sure if that's where he lives, because there's two maintenance guys too. And one of them he knows from, like, school back in the day. I guess he don't know him, like, you know, they're not like buddy or anything, but, you know, they just know each other from the past. And then there's another one that he doesn't know. And so he said, yes, but I'm not sure if that's where he lives. I says, okay, so you know him, but not like close buddies, right?
Social media, I ain't never even paid no attention of how cruel social media.
And then he put, okay, and then he says, I think there's two of them. The one I know wasn't working that day. That's correct. We went to the same school, but he was ahead of me. Maybe talked to him twice in my life. One of those times was the Sunday after what happened with Mica. You remember when I told you I went back in my car on Sunday? That's when I talked with him. Okay, so him leaving and coming back in a different car, that did not happen on the same day as Mica. It was the next day. When he went back up there, he went in his car because he wasn't taking the boat or anything with him, so he just went in his car. So he did not leave and come back in a different vehicle. So it was the next day when he came back and just, you know, try and get any updates. And I think he was meeting with the family or something too. I could be getting that mixed up, but he went back the next day, and that's when he was in his car. So he didn't leave, switch cars, and then go back, you know.
It can be.
Right.
But I would have got myself together, and to be honest with you, I don't know, and it might have, I just can't really see some of the things that.
All right, and then I did ask him if he knows anyone that works at 41 and Grocery gas station. Would your circle of friends know anyone there? And he put, was that where Mica was seen at? Yes, that was her last stop before the park. He said, to be honest, I'm not sure where that store is, but there's probably a chance that I've been by there, but I can't place it. Okay, and I'll explain why too, why some of these things are being questioned about, because I believe you have been in the dark on a lot, and I want to help with that, which, you know, according to him and things that we talked about, he really has been left in the dark. So
might have been changed up. I can't really remember changing anything up. I just don't see where it really made that much difference. But now I do, I guess.
Right.
But if I did change up something, I trust and believe me, it was not intentional.
Right. I mean, yeah, and I think a lot of the things that people were missing was like the context of things, you know, because. And also, to people that still agree with that say that things, you know, every time you speak something's changed or something, I want to, and I want your help. I need your help. I want to, and I've talked about this before too, like maybe if you have Facebook Messenger or something, or maybe I could start a group. I don't know. I mean, whatever y'all think would be easier, and that way we can get these interviews and we can get, you know, everything lined up, and then that way it'd be easier to like do the back-to-back, kind of like I did for CJ and Jesus J. You know, we can do like a side-by-side on each thing that was said, and then we could actually see if anything was actually changed, or if it was just said differently, or if it, I mean, you know what I mean? That way we can say, okay, well, this did stay the same, you know, and that, okay, that he switched up or he didn't or whatever, and then, you know, it'd be easier to line everything up and do like a side-by-side with the interviews and stuff. So if anybody would like to help with that, please let me know. Comment down below. Like I said, I could start a Facebook group, or I mean, whatever's easiest. I mean, without context to certain things, you know, certain things can be like turned around, or, you know, whatever, you know. So I mean, I think that was like one of the major things, and I mean, because context could mean the whole world, you know, a difference.
Yeah, just like with the people in the boat.
Right.
to me, they were irrelevant because I knew I knew where they were at. I knew they didn't have that there. It was just I wasn't really thinking about it. That was irrelevant.
Right.
But now I know since I brought it up, that it was an important thing to be heard. But, like I say, Veronica, none of that stuff could have been seen if I hadn't had that map on there.
Right.
To show the people where the people in the boat were at, that there's no way they had anything to do with it,
Right. Yeah, because I mean...
Hey, listen, baby, listen. I've been living around here all my life, and I had found out, like I told you, when I was down there with that, he calls himself a bishop. He had a map on there.
I am curious about this bishop guy, and there's a couple of reasons why. Because there has been bishops brought up a couple of different times, and one of them we actually had in our comment section, and they gave a lot of information. Most of the comments we got screenshotted, and I'm so glad that we did, because this person ended up going back and deleting all the comments. Why would you comment so much and then take the time out to go delete it if there's nothing to hide? So, yeah, I'm very curious about this bishop that came out of being a bishop to become a bishop again or something. So, yeah.
Showed me that there was a path running all the way from that slough all the way to Highway 74. Do you know how far that is? All the way to Highway 74. Do you know how far that is?
Probably pretty far.
It's a long ways, and I never knew that. I never knew there was a path going to that, straight to that path, like straight to that slough.
See, that's another thing that we haven't heard talked about either, is that path, or that highway, which I pulled it up here and have it to where it's easier to see and, get more of a visual. So there's a highway that runs all the way from that point A to point B right into that slough where Mica was at.
Like that. I never knew nothing about it, but that amazed me.
Right.
That's a good ways from that slough to that 74.
Yeah, and I heard. Imagine if you're trying to cut through, like taking a shortcut somewhere to get to a destination to hide something or someone. That he owned like 200 acres or something.
Yeah, but I don't think it's, from what I understand, it's not around Princess Anne. I don't know. I really don't know where it's at, to be honest with you.
Oh, you talking about the attorney?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I don't.
But did you know that Mica's phone pinged over there at Princess Anne?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
It's on that map.
Okay.
Yeah, it's on that map, and I didn't understand that. I was thinking it was further away from the slough.
Right.
Because I started trying to pinpoint it to where that shot that I heard. You see what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah. Let's see. He found out about the ping on Princess Anne. I'm trying to remember who told him that. It might have been Flo. I know Flo told him showed him the lock on her purse. And, I don't know why that never made it into the interview that he did, but he's the one that actually pointed out that lock on her purse and told him there was one on there when she was at the gas station, when she was last seen. And you remember in the either part 1 or 2, he says there was no lock on the purse. He said if he was to take that lock off, it would have been ripped or something, him trying to get it off, which, I mean, yeah, that sounds right. So, I'm going to go ahead and end this now, y'all. I'm sorry. But, I love y'all, and please like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what y'all think. I'm getting this house, get ready for bed. My doggies are probably waking up puppy now because I'm home and they're excited to see me. And if today's your birthday, happy birthday. Bye. Hi everybody. I'm so sorry again. I don't know why I'm sorry, but I had forgot to tell y'all something, and now that I'm on here to tell y'all something, I can't remember what it was. Oh, I remember. It's me. Go potty. Go potty. Go potty. But oh yeah, I was talking about doing the Let's Talk Tuesday because I was normally off on Tuesdays. Well, my schedule's been switched, and I'm no longer off on Tuesdays. So I don't know. I'm gonna figure something out, but I'm gonna still try and stay consistent. I know I've been kind of not so consistent in the last couple of days. It's been holidays, and but we'll still figure something out where I can get a day, maybe the same day each week, to be able to sit down and actually talk with people, like, you know, Miss Ginger, and if I can ever get up with Josh, which is Cynthia Gobble's son. And so, but let me know, do y'all think it should, I mean, does it matter if it's the same day every week, or if it's just, I mean, I do say welcome to my random channel. You never know what you might get. So, but yeah, y'all let me know, and love y'all, and today's your birthday. Happy birthday again. Bye.